Well, Steve White, Trek Boy 89 for Steve Arts 89. Well, I'm starting to feel a little bit more optimistic about Star Trek's future. I've been trying to be optimistic, but it's been very difficult for all the new Trek shows in production, the golden age as they've been calling it. But we've had a lot of progress in the last few months. Star Trek Discovery has been cancelled in its 5th season. Just recently, Lower Decks was cancelled in its 5th season. Prodigy was cancelled in its 2nd season. Section 31 didn't even get a first season before it was cancelled, and eventually resuscitated as a one-off TV movie because Michelle Yeoh really wanted it, and they managed to get the funding through her Oscar win, basically. So that is happening, but it doesn't really count because it's not a series. Short Treks, apparently, that was cancelled. They were planning to do a 3rd season of that, apparently. That was cancelled. Picard ended naturally. It should have gone on to be to do Legacy as a spin-off, but that apparently is in the works, or was. It's kind of difficult because what we're hearing now is that Strange New Worlds has been renewed for a 4th season. There was talk of it ending after the 3rd season, so they could do Legacy instead. Or maybe, I'm not sure, maybe they're going to do both. But there was talk of Legacy happening, but it was a money thing and they just had to not have too many shows in production. So finishing off Discovery, finishing off Lower Decks, getting rid of Prodigy, getting rid of Short Treks, cutting all that fat and just focusing on 1 or maybe 2 shows was sort of what they were looking to do, but the rumour at least. But we still have Kurtzman pushing Starfleet Academy, which no one wants. Maybe it had a chance if it had been done more as an adult series through the teachers and what Star Trek and Starfleet was about, and if they'd embraced the original sort of ideas of Gene Roddenberry's Star Trek, maybe, and set it in the 23rd or 25th century, maybe it would have worked. But setting it in the Discovery universe, in the Discovery sort of era, with the Discovery supporting cast and universe and the future 31st century Starfleet, which is just, no one wants to be in that universe, no one wants to be in that world. It's not going to bring in, I think, that many people. It's a YA show, it's not going to bring in that many people, I don't think, and even if it does, that's not going to translate to future fans because those people, they're not going to, there's nothing to make people want to come back to this universe. There's nothing about it we'd want to live in because it's just this cynical world where Starfleet is this racist, sexist patriarchy, and it's all just basically that they've turned it into basically the politics of today instead of this future that we could escape to and believe in and hope for and want us to get to. Now it's just like today, and we've got these rebel sort of people in this sort of horrible universe instead of this optimistic universe where everything's better and we're just exploring space. So yeah, I mean, Strange New Worlds is kind of okay. It started off strong and then floundered. I don't know how it's going to go for a 3rd season. It has been renewed for a 4th season. And the talk is that is actually, because that wasn't, a guarantee that they were going to get a 4th season. There was some talk they were going to end it and then do Legacy. But the talk is that Skydance is getting more influential with Paramount now that they're apparently going to buy and take over Paramount, and they said they wanted to keep Strange New Worlds. So apparently, according to some sources, that's why season 4 got a renewal. They're trying to tidy up Star Trek and focus on just 1 or 2 shows and get rid of everything else. So they've sort of said, okay, Strange New Worlds is the future. I'm hoping they will get rid of Starfleet Academy or limit it to make it a limited series or a mini series or something, because they're in pre-production, but as far as I know they haven't actually built any sets or done anything yet. It's all planning. They could end it before it's too late, so maybe Skydance will step in and say, yes, we still want Star Trek, but we want to change a little bit of direction of where you're going and what you're doing and what you're focusing on, and maybe it'd be great to just have Strange New Worlds set in the 21st century, Legacy set in the 25th century, and just keep 2 shows in those 2 eras kind of running fairly consistently. That'd be fine. That's all we need. 1 show's not enough, but 2 in different eras is fine. Now, the Discovery 31st century era is just, no one wants that. It's too far removed from our time. It's not relatable. They haven't done a realistic, or how can you do a realistic portrayal of the 31st century? It's too far in the future to really predict how it could be. So it's just it's just never going to work. It was a disaster. Everything about it's just a disaster. But like I said, I'm feeling optimistic because a lot of the new Trek shows have been cancelled. We're down to just one, and another one that I think it's too late for them to get out of doing it, but it may not be too late. It just depends. But and the potential of Legacy in the future. So maybe if we can just get rid of Starfleet Academy after a season or two and go into Legacy, we can have Strange New Worlds and Legacy being the ongoing Star Trek series in both different eras, and they could be decent. They could be salvaged. There could be a future without totally getting rid of Kurtzman in this whole new Trek era. It's not impossible, but a lot of things have to happen for it to work, and I'm not sure if they all are. But having all these shows recently cancelled, sort of cleaning all that out, I'm feeling a little bit more optimistic.